Rappers are always saying crazy things.
Went to gym in 8th grade, the women's swim team.
But there's lyrics that were so controversial, they got banned. And what Lil Wayne rapped was so bad, it not only got taken out of a song, it lost him millions of dollars. Not long after he got in the booth to remix Future's song Karate Chop, one bar in Wayne's verse just went too far.
Beat that up like Eminem, yeah.
Now, alright, of course Wayne would talk about pussy in a song, but saying he'd beat anything like Emmett Till was gonna be controversial. Cause this was a colored man who was falsely accused of a crime, then was beaten until he was killed. So people claim that Wayne's lyrics were offensive to his ancestors, to women, and to young black men. And even though Emmett Till's family were also obviously upset, nobody was more disappointed than one of Wayne's biggest sponsors, Mountain Dew. They had just signed Wayne to an endorsement deal. But right when they heard his controversial lyrics, they put an end to his contract and got it terminated, instantly losing him millions. Now, Wayne definitely felt bad about all this, so that's why he made sure the song was corrected so that nobody ever played the song again without the verse being edited like this.
Beat that up like, yeah.
And he also decided to not perform the song at all moving forward, cause the lyrics were banned. But Rick Ross's lyrics were so weird, not only were they taken out of a song, they got the police involved. It's not that much of a surprise though, cause Big Boss Ross is always going viral from things he says.
I eat pears now and shit like that. Shout out to all the pear.
But something that came out of that fatty's mouth on a song could've gotten him locked up for life in prison. On the hit song You Don't Even Know, Ross was supposed to be a lead feature until dude admitted a dark secret on his verse.
Put Molly all in her champagne, she ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that, she ain't even know it.
Whoa, okay. Now, saying you put a little something in a drink, then enjoyed the person without them knowing is obviously something you shouldn't just say out loud, man. Cause man's just openly admitted a federal crime. This was not only shocking to his female fans, everybody was tweeting about it. So eventually Rick Ross was acting like he cared when he tried explaining himself, saying, I want to make sure this is clear that woman is the most precious gift known to man. It was a misunderstanding with a lyric, a misinterpretation where the term wasn't used. And after that, he apologized as well, but people were so upset about his words that it didn't even get bleeped in the final version of the song. The lead artist of it, Rocco, literally removed Ross's whole verse, so his lyrics were banned. But I'm starting to think that controversial lyrics is something Ross rubs off into rappers he's around, like Meek Mill, cause his lyrics that nearly got him canceled came after a deadly helicopter crash. In that helicopter accident was NBA legend Kobe Bryant, who sadly passed away. The news of his death quickly became one of the biggest stories in the world. So when rapper Meek Mill found out, obviously with him being a fan of Kobe, he dedicated bars to the tragedy in a song that wasn't released to the public yet, called R.I.P. Kobe, until the song got leaked and a verse said,
yeah, and if I ever like I'm going out with my chopper, it'd be another Kobe. Shit, I could tell that they ain't never know me.
Now, alright, let's break this down. Meek was just trying to be creative, seeing as the word chopper is slang for a gun. So he was basically just saying if he's ever caught lacking, he's dying with one. But chopper's also another word for helicopter, and because he tried making a bar relating it to Kobe, with the world still grieving over the accident, it instantly became controversial. Not only did people start clowning Meek, saying this is Kobe dropping down from heaven to slay the shit out of Meek for his out-of-pocket bar, Kobe's wife was the most disappointed, and on Instagram she claimed, I find this line to be extremely insensitive and disrespectful, period. I'm not familiar with any of your music, but I believe you can do better than this. If you're a fan, fine. There's a better way to show your admiration for my husband. This lacks respect and tact. So after that, Meek did try to make everybody understand that he didn't rap it to mean any harm. He said, I don't think we on the same signal, y'all. I don't see what y'all see. I be looking at the net laughing like, I did what? It becomes a trend to hate on me every once in a while, but I feed off that shit. I'm a beast, literally. Someone promote a narrative and y'all follow it, y'all internet antics cannot stop me. But once he realized going off like that and clowning people wasn't making the situation any better, he texted Kobe's wife about the situation, then eventually admitted, I apologized to her in private earlier today, not to the public. If you care about someone grieving, change the subject. Now, in the end, after all the controversy, it stopped the song from ever getting officially released cause the lyrics got it banned. But Lil Pump's lyrics weren't only taken out of rap, They lost him an entire country of fans because what he said was racist. Now, obviously it ain't a surprise a dude who looks like this would do something stupid. Lil Pump had just dropped a song called Butterfly Doors that was pretty much gonna go viral automatically because he was one of the most poppin' rappers in the world at the time. And I'm not gonna act like I wasn't bumping it. Then some of the lyrics caught my ears that I knew an NBA player and an entire race was gonna be upset about.
Smoking on dope, damn, they call me out me cause my eye real low.
Dude was definitely high as something saying that. Just taking a look at Asian NBA legend Yao Ming, with Pump saying he was so high that his eyes were lower than dudes, then mocking their language with an ad-lib, crossed the line. To make the situation even worse, Pump posted a clip of him singing the song where he pulled his eyes apart like he was Asian,
Me cause my eye real low.
and doing that got him called out by an Asian rapper.
Hey yo, Lil Pump, let me tell you something, boy. You a little kid, so I'm just gonna scold you like the little boy you are. When you make these fucking Asian jokes, you pull your fucking eyes, you say all this ching chong shit, motherfuckers feel disrespected by that. You gonna put some respect on my fucking culture, on my motherfucking people. You ain't gonna make those fucking statements without getting checked. If ain't nobody else gonna say something to you, I'm gonna say something to you. So this is what the fuck you gonna do, little boy. You gonna take that fucking video to fuck off your page.
Now, it wasn't just an irrelevant rapper trying to gain clout from this that was offended though. Fans everywhere were calling out Pump, like this one on Twitter who said the ching chong part is definitely super racist. So Pump tried defending himself saying,
and I came here to tell you from my part that I'm sorry and I apologize for posting that. It was not my intentions to hurt nobody or do none of that. Dead ass. I got Asian homies, you know. I fuck with everybody. I ain't got nothing against nobody. It's all love.
but the damage was already done. All the backlash had him losing fans, which gave him no choice but to get the player's name and ad-lib removed from the song, as you can hear by this.
Smoking on dope, damn, they call me cause my eye real low.
So those lyrics were officially banned. Now, alright, to be honest, a lot of rappers so far are ones that I ain't even surprised created a worldwide controversy with their lyrics.
You deserve it, daddy.
But I never, ever thought I'd hear J. Cole rapping about something that was so controversial it got taken out of a song. Well, it happened, and it's all cause he rapped about a serious mental illness. That came when he was featured on Drake's project called The Care Package. As you can see by the track list, a freestyle had J. Cole featured on it, and the verse was going hard for a minute, until it had a bar that offended fans everywhere.
That's just me getting started. I'm autistic, you niggas is autistic retarded.
To me, I get it, man. It's J. Cole, and he was just trying to be lyrical like always to brag about his accomplishments and claim that he's smarter than all the other rappers. But obviously the world we're living in wasn't gonna let him claim that he was artistic and his competition was autistic and retarded. One fan was the first to make a big deal out of the lyrics when they said, "You're putting my son in danger." When you throw out the term autistic in such a negative way, you're planting a seed in children's minds that people with autism are less intelligent, less important, less than human. And after saying all of that, not only did the situation upset the entire autistic community, things eventually turned into a petition with over 4,000 fans signing it to have J. Cole apologize. So eventually Jay tweeted the first of his apologies saying, "I said something in a rap that was offensive to those with autism. Feel terrible." Then he posted a link to a much longer apology saying he was embarrassed that he said something so hurtful and that people with that disorder have to go through so much already that the last thing they needed to hear was his ignorant lyrics. Now, it wasn't just him apologizing though. Drake also blamed himself for the situation, saying, "I share responsibility and offer my sincerest apologies for the pain this has caused. Individuals with autism have brilliant and creative minds, and their gifts should not be discounted. This was a learning lesson for both of us, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to try to right this wrong. J. Cole and I believe that it's the right, responsible, and respectful decision to remove the lyric from this song." Man's really at a bar at the end there. Drake's ghostwriter's crazy, but that's besides the point. Nowadays, you can't even hear Jay's verse without the song sounding like this.
That's just me getting started. I'm autistic, you.
So, you'd think people would be happy it got censored, but most fans were like this one saying, "As a Cole stan, I will say he took a major L on that one. They could have fixed it better than just muting that part though. It sounds hella dumb." So, I guess there was just no saving the situation, even though Jay's lyrics got banned, but that verse only affected music in real life. Big Sean's controversial lyrics not only got hit with a ban, they ruined a video game. Madden 19 was dropping soon, and just like every other year, they want to put together a soundtrack of bangers. One of the biggest hits in rap at the time was something I was even bumping myself, and just listening to this beat for a sec, ooh, I'm sure you can feel why. Big Bank by YG was a song that was super hot, and that's why he damn near had the Avengers featured on it. But one of those rappers was Big Sean, and what he said in his verse was something that the NFL didn't like. So once Madden released, fans noticed something weird in the song.
To the wolves, now I lead the packet. You boys all cap, I'm more.
Now, usually a cut like that is something I'd assume was a line that was inappropriate or controversial, like bars we'd heard before. Just Googling the lyrics though, as you can see by the line, it really just mentioned a former NFL player, Colin Kaepernick. The NFL never liked when he was in the league, creating controversy.
Colin Kaepernick in the NFL?
Kneeling during the national anthem, making headlines by doing whatever to promote Black Lives Mattering, or all the attention he was bringing to the league. So not only have no teams signed him since his controversies, apparently now, his name isn't even allowed to be in NFL video games. Big Sean's line should've went like this.
Now I lead the pack and shit. You boys all cap, I'm more Colin Kaepernick.
So obviously when people heard that Cap's name was censored, it went viral. I mean, even Sean himself tweeted about it saying, "It's disappointing and appalling that the NFL and EA took Kaepernick's name out of my verse for Madden 19 like it was a curse word. He's not a curse. He's a gift." Regardless though, the NFL never addressed the situation and the lyrics stayed banned. But those lyrics were innocent. Eminem's lyrics got erased from history because they had the government thinking he was gonna assassinate the president twice. See, when Eminem was still just a white boy rocking a do-rag for no reason, I swear to God there wasn't a rapper in history that had no filter like him. And pretty much every single one of his songs he'd say things that would've got him canceled today.
Went to gym in 8th grade. The women's swim team. Went up in Eastland and shot a policeman. Beat your bitch's ass while your kids staring silence.
But none of those wild metaphors were enough to have him being hunted by the Secret Service. That came from a song titled We As Americans when Eminem got the president involved.
Money, I don't rap with dead presidents. I'd rather see the president dead.
And obviously there were no double meanings here. And dude wasn't just dissing a random op like he did in 8 Mile. Dude flat out said that he wanted the president at the time, George W. Bush, dead. So obviously Eminem's lyrics weren't gonna be taken lightly. And shortly after, an official spokesperson for the Secret Service even said, "We're aware of the lyrics and are in the process of determining what action will be taken." But while they were determining how to get his lyrics banned, Eminem was determined to make the situation even worse by using the situation spotlight to criticize the president again, this time about his use of our military. He said, "Bush has been painted to be this hero, and he's got our troops over there dying for no reason. I think he started a mess and he f***ed up so bad, he doesn't know what to do right now. We got young people over there dying, kids in their teens, early 20s, that should have futures ahead of them. And for what? It seems like Vietnam too. Bin Laden attacked us and we attacked Saddam. Explain why that is. Give us some answers." And well, the president had a pretty petty answer alright, forcing a censor on Eminem's song during the line like this.
Money, I don't rap with dead presidents. I'd rather see the president dead.
So that death threat lyric was banned. But this was only the first of Eminem's lyrics to spark a beef with the president. The second one came years later when we had a new president in office, Donald Trump, which is also someone he hates.
I can't stand that motherfucker.
Now, even though Eminem's always got a cap on, he ain't ever capping, man. And he proved he actually did feel some type of way about Trump when he dropped a song called Framed, which had some controversial lyrics involving him.
There's a Tonka truck in the yard, but dog, how the f*** is Ivanka Trump in the trunk of my car?
Now, clowning Trump, then rapping about how his daughter was in his trunk, sounded a bit criminal to me. But before the Orange Man could respond, Eminem went at him again, this time during his BET cypher.
We better give Obama props, cause what we got in office now's a kamikaze that'll probably cause a nuclear holocaust. Except when it comes to having the balls to go against me, you hide them. Cause you don't got the nuts, like an empty asylum. Now if you're a black athlete, you're a spoiled little brat for trying to use your platform or your stature. This is for Colin, ball up a fist. And keep that shit balled, like Donald the bitch. We love our military, and we love our country, but we hate Trump!
Whoa, alright. Even though I ain't bumping Eminem in my car, for the first time, I'll admit dude went in. Now, many people didn't like the things he said though. Like, Trump fans are animals, and they proved it by defending their god in any way possible, even if it meant no longer supporting Eminem and clowning his cypher. Things weren't necessarily going the way Eminem planned, but he wasn't the same little boy nervous and eating mom's spaghetti. In fact, he got back in the booth to make another song called The Ringer, where this time, Eminem not only went his hardest at a president, he admitted some shocking truth.
But I know at least he's heard it, cause Agent Orange just sent the Secret Service to meet in person to see if I really think of hurting him.
And that bar at the end there, calling Trump Agent Orange, then saying dude sent the Secret Service to meet in person to see if I really think of hurting him, once again proves that some lyrics are just not allowed to be rapped without a consequence. So if Eminem taught us anything, it's that rapping about hurting the president is banned.